Welcome to my channel, Sacred Intuition, and welcome to this in-depth reading of the Ancestor message. Actually, this time I recorded the shorts message, and I was actually guided to, leave it for a whole day until I record this message. So, I was diving into this energy, and the card that came out was the Sun, and it was clarified by the Ace of Swords, which I thought was significant in itself. By the way, 5 plus 3 equals 8, and this is also the month of August, and August is also all about Leo, and the Sun is also Leo energy, right? So when you see behind the Ace of Swords, it's the Sun breaking through. And the first message that your ancestors are trying to give you is to stand in your authenticity, okay? To speak your truth. And it talks about enlightenment. Now, for the first time, I've never done that before, but for some reason, I also did this with the angel message. I also looked at the bottom of the deck of each pile. And underneath the deck was the Heart of the Heavens, and that's number 24, which equals to a 6. 6 is June. June is Gemini. So and the end of June is Cancer. Yeah. The moon is Pisces energy, but also Cancer energy. And it was clarified by the Fool. And now it gets interesting, because I did have a read through the actual meaning of the Sun and also the Heart of the Heavens. And that's interesting because, and this is what I meant. The Heart of the Heavens for me is the moon. Okay? And it's very significant because your ancestors are talking about masculine and feminine energy. Yeah. And while masculine energy is very much about taking action, feminine energy is also very much about embracing. So taking action towards your authenticity and to actually embody this new beginning and to really feel it and pursue it, to go on this new journey after this transformation, because I see the little butterfly. Anyway, so when I had a read through the Sun from the Shamanic Oracle deck, it actually talks about, yes, that it's masculine energy. In certain cultures, it is also it's also correlating to the feminine energy, to be fair. But nonetheless, it talks about how the Sun actually enables growth out of the darkness of the earth, and to let flowers and seeds sprout, which I think is so interesting. And yes, of course, it can also talk about how the Sun is warming and can be soft, but it can also be very destructive. And here I'm also getting that you're being asked to use your light, to use your light to make those seeds that you've planted to sprout. But also to be careful when you express yourself authentically, to not be destructive. Or by being authentic and speaking your truth and also setting clear boundaries, you are cutting out any destructive people in your life. And now the invitation of the Sun is the question whether you were in hibernation mode. Were you in introspection? And if you were, then you're being asked to actually bring your ideas to life. It is time to step out into the sun and to really express yourself, your passion, your creativity, to show yourself and to show yourself authentically. This is what your ancestors want you to do. And to be playful, okay? A warning message is to not be blinded by your own light, but also to not get blinded by the light of others. Okay, let us sit with this for a second. And then we obviously had the Heart of the Sky and the Fool card. And the Heart of the Sky talks about the power of love. And it also talks how the primal energy, like the source of energy, doesn't know right or wrong, good or evil. And it talks about how we need to have clear intentions, and out of those clear and pure intentions, we actually manifest. And this is actually really going hand in hand with the sun now, because it's talking about that you need to formulate your intentions to ground them into the 3D. And since, or let me rephrase this, it is about you grounding the things that you have in your subconscious into the 3D by formulating your intentions. And then they take root, and out of this root, it sprouts. And out of this sprout, it blossoms. And this is how this journey starts. Let's see. I think that in itself is already very powerful. And it also calls out to you to not fall into a deep hole. So that means if you felt like you were in a dark place, obviously now the sun is coming into your life, you're breaking free from it, and it's time to get on with your journey. For some of you, this might actually literally mean that you're going to be traveling, okay? Let's just see. I'm gonna give it a quick shuffle, and we will see. What do your ancestors want you to know at this time? The Tower in the reverse. Now that's interesting. And especially because this card makes sense either way around. That is crazy. The Tower in the reverse. Queen of Swords and the Nine of Cups. Clarify the Tower in the reverse. Because for some reason I'm hearing that you were blocking this. Why the Tower in the reverse? The Emperor. You resisted change for such a long time. You tried to control, you tried to hold on to this tower and try to not make it collapse. Okay, that's what I'm getting. Yeah, because the Six of Wands and the Ace of Cups. And what is this? The Two of Cups. I feel like It's because it has always been what you've known. And you would have thought that this would mean you would lose the recognition. Because if you would lose your complete foundation, that it would uproot you. But then again, I'm hearing you were not meant to stay there. This is why they had to send this tower moment. This is why things have become illuminated to you. Because there are certain things, even if you're like comfortable in that situation, because you know it, right? The devil that you know, right? Sometimes we fear this change so much that we're completely missing out on what we are supposed to do and what is meant for us. And oftentimes it's also people around us that I wouldn't say particularly enjoy or specifically enjoy keeping us stuck, even though there are some cases where this might be the case. But it's more about it benefits them for you to stay trapped. Because otherwise it's going to be a domino effect, right? Because if you're moving, then they would have to restructure themselves. This is a very different message, if I'm completely honest. Okay, what else? Okay. Yeah, 4 of Cups. That's it. It left you feeling depleted. It left you doubting. You felt drained. You looked into this little mirror, and to be fair, you were questioning yourself. Why is it that no one is pouring into my cup? Why is it that all that I'm getting is sitting here by myself, even though I'm giving so much to the people around me? Yeah, 4 of Swords and 5 of Cups. It's time to put the last nail into the coffin, like honestly. Okay. So now we know what was going on and why now your ancestors are telling you now this sun energy is coming in, you being guided to stand in your authentic truth and to actually let those seeds sprout and to go onto this journey and to really trust. And this is a perfect balance of feminine and masculine energy. So what is coming for you now? What do your ancestors want you to know? What do you need to prepare for? The world. I'm telling you, for some of you, it literally means that you might be traveling the world. You might have always wanted to travel more. For others of you, it means a whole new cycle begins. And after the world, there comes the Fool. It's cutting out the old and begin anew. Okay. So, yeah, the changed perspective with the Hanged Man. Cutting yourself free from this Hanged Man state. What else is coming towards you? Because one more card. Because I feel that would be the Star. And may I point out, all major arcana. So this is big energy. This is really big energy. And this is going to happen quite fast. The Star is your wish fulfillment, but it's also about balance. It is about harmony, and it's about healing. Yeah, you're going to heal from this 4 of Cups. And if someone else controlled you and benefited, oh, well, maybe it wasn't you that held onto this foundation, but maybe someone else did make you or manipulate you to hold on to this faulty foundation. Could be a father figure. Doesn't have to be, right? But you're cutting yourself off from this energy as well. And you're closing out this cycle completely. You let the tower fall. Yeah. And it's bringing in the Wheel of Fortune. Because snip, snip, you're cutting it away. Was this? Yeah, Chariot. Fast movement forward. I'm not guided to take this. Ah, look. I accidentally flipped this over. The Three of Pentacles. What did I talk about? This, like the seed that is starting to sprout. What was I talking about? About the sun that awakens the dark earth for the seeds to actually grow so that you can see them manifest your planted seeds into the 3D to see the results. Now I do feel guided to put this here. I think this is a message that you might have to watch more than once. I don't think it's a very straightforward message. Well, to some degree it is, and to other degree it's not. I feel like this energy, even though we have major arcana all the way here, I think for whoever this is for, and even if it's just one person, you will make more sense of it. You'll know exactly what this is talking about. I might possibly have only scratched the mere surface, but I'm also not guided to make it any longer. All that you need to do is that your ancestors have seen this and they have brought in the big guns, like the big guns, for you to be moved out of this situation, because you deserve so much more. And I'm sending you absolutely all the very best, okay? Sad that you couldn't actually read it here, but okay. I did mention the World, the Hangman, the Star, and the Wheel of Fortune. Take care. Until next time. Bye-bye.